friends and fellow Apex Legends.
Someone's on me.
I'm King Naughty. I hope everyone is enjoying Season 5 so far. I'm a huge fan of Apex Legends, and this season has been great. Recently I've been asked to do a Legends ranking list for Season 5. I've been pretty busy recently, so I haven't gotten the time until now, but that's fine, and it actually works out pretty well because I've had plenty of time to play with Loba to get an accurate reading of where she should go in this list. I want to start off by saying this is my personal opinion. I'm judging them completely off their ability to win certain fights and games as a team, not solo play. I really think that since this is such a team-based game, it's important that they're looked at in that light. So this list is mostly for winning pubs and scoring more in ranked. It has nothing to do with solo grinding or solo queuing in Apex at all. So here we go, starting from the bottom of the list. At number 13 I have Crypto. Crypto is at the bottom of the list, sadly. I really like his character and his story. He's a really cool guy, but his abilities leave him at the bottom of the list. My problem with him is he has to hide and stay there in order to use his tactical, and his ultimate can't be used without placing his tactical. And I mean, they recently did the buff where he could he can EMP without hitting his teammates and without taking their shield off. But the real issue is people push while Crypto's in his drone, and that fight becomes a 2v3, and then Crypto gets out of his drone and is late to the party. It's a whole thing. But I do enjoy him. He does have a nice feel of like knowing how many teams are around you. When you look at the banners, it tells you that. Or seeing where people are, and then I like to place my drone up in a corner, have it facing a certain way, so it acts almost like a security camera, and then you can detonate that EMP from that area while you're pushing in, or hear people coming that way or whatever. So he has potential, but definitely lower the list because he doesn't play well with a team. At number 12 I have Octane. So I almost have 1,000 kills with Octane right now, mostly because I have his heirloom and I enjoy playing him because of that. He has an interesting playstyle, but since the day he's come out I've always thought he was such a weak legend, especially team-wise. Him having to take damage to use his tactical puts him at such a disadvantage in fights, and his jump pad for an ultimate is only useful in a handful of situations. It does help the team get places, but there's so many better ultimates out there. But they did decrease his jump pad timer to try to give him more of a season or a team feel in Season 5, and I think it's a little better. I also enjoy having to carry less syringes because of his ability to regen health, especially when looting up after winning a fight. And he is a lot of people's favorites, so I don't want to hurt any feelings out there. I don't think he's great team-wise. On to number 11, I have Mirage. Mirage is still only at 11, even with the recent buffs that he's gotten from this season. They have made him so much better, though. I mean, the only problem is that he's not extremely team-oriented, like I'm making this list for. The only real team value that he has is when people shoot his decoys, giving away their position to everybody. The buffs have made him a lot stronger. Going invisible at those times where you're most vulnerable is huge. I mean, it's confused me a couple times when I'm running around hearing someone revving, but I can't find them. Controlling the tactical decoy can be huge and can be used so well if you can master it, and I'm sure we're going to see a bunch of great clips of people using it. They also greatly improved his ultimate. Instead of just wondering where he went off to while he was invisible, now you kind of have to guess which decoy was him, and that can be really tough and just kind of mind-boggling while you're looking at all these things and trying to find which one's aiming at you. That was a good change that they made, and it's actually gotten me out of plenty of sticky situations already. I'm kind of excited to start playing him more. But just team-wise, he's just not there, and I think they could still do something to improve that. At number 10, we have Revenant. Revenant was pretty good when he came out. The changes that they made to him recently have been much needed. I always thought that when he put his totem down, he should be able to get more health when he comes back. I mean, it just doesn't make sense that you're literally splitting your health bars just so you can come back to the totem, heal up, and then go back. And that kind of broke up teams, you know. It's like some people wouldn't use the totem, the other people would, and they'd go in, and then the one person that didn't use the totems is stuck in there fighting while the other people are back healing at the totem. Now, if you do really well in the fight while you're in that mode, you get sent back, you have enough health to just go push that fight immediately right after. You don't have to worry about it. His tactical is a lot better this season too, since you can silence him for longer. So you silence a Caustic, he's not putting traps down for 20 seconds. And that can be huge. And the fact that he has 2 charges now can be big. So he can do things like block doorways and while you're revving, or trap people in certain situations. And that can be awesome. Number 9, I have Caustic. Caustic has been much improved since he no longer slows down teammates, which I think was kind of stupid in the beginning. It did make sense. I mean, it was a toxic gas. But it still has that annoying change in vision where you can't see very well when you're in the gas, but it's better than what it was. And slowly he's been becoming the meta in ranked and all that, so I still think his team play just isn't great though. He doesn't have much for team besides just being able to barricade and do classic trappings and stuff like that. Number 8, here is where I have Loba. Loba is the newest addition for Season 5. She's a great character with an awesome story. I love what Respawn is doing with their new characters and the story that they're telling, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Legends-wise, she's just slightly underpowered at the moment. The best part is definitely her teleporting. Just being able to get to the top of buildings, cliffs, over gaps quickly and efficiently, or getting in and out of a trapped building is huge and has so much potential that we haven't even seen yet. I know that there's going to be some crazy plays with her bracelet. Her ultimate is a great idea, and I love the thinking behind it, but for me at least it feels incomplete at the moment. Her range it's a good range, but it's not big enough to go over a whole area to loot, and sometimes it just feels like 2 items off of it isn't enough. Like, say you really need ammo, but there's a couple of attachments in there that you need. Well, you have to pick one or the other. Well, let's say you pick the attachments, and now a fight comes up. You don't have enough ammo for the fight. Or you need ammo and heals. Well, you pick some ammo, but you only have enough for 1 syringe or 2 cells now instead of the syringe and cells. I think that if they were to increase the size or increase the amount that you get by 1, she would be so much better. Her passive is pretty nice too. Just kind of helps you direct where you're gonna go when you first land, because you can see, oh, there's a purple body shield over there, I'm gonna go that way instead. Or there's a skull piercer over there for my wingman, perfect, I'll go that way. So that it's nice. It's just not super helpful. So her only team synergy is her Black Market Boutique, which is helpful for sure, but I think it could be better. We'll see what changes Respawn makes after that. So at number 7, I have Bangalore. Bangalore hasn't been changed in a long time, and that's almost because she doesn't need it. We all know how powerful her double time can be, how powerful her smoke can be, and she has that airstrike to move enemies back, forward, left, right, stay put. I mean, she's just an all-around great player, and especially for her starters. That's what the devs wanted it to be, and that's definitely what she is. So she's at number 7. Number 6, I have Lifeline. Lifeline also hasn't been changed for a while, just because she's a pretty powerful legend. They added her ability to get into certain compartments on bends, which is helpful, except those bends aren't super common. Definitely helpful in situations where you're coming back and these places have already been looted, but at least you can get a couple pieces of something, or you guys are down in a fight and all the places have been looted around you and you just need heals. Well, there's a Lifeline bin, let's have her open it. She continues to be pretty powerful with her loadout drop, and she's also has one of the best passives in the game, being able to speed heal, especially since they've gotten rid of the gold body shields. There's a lot of people out there that believe she needs another buff, but I'm not completely convinced she does. I like her where she is, and so do the devs, but they're looking to do it. At number 5, I have Gibraltar. Big Jib, sadly to me, is one of the most powerful legends in the game, and I definitely believe that is what the developers want. I only have about 150 kills with him, and he is the lowest out of any legend that I have, and I just don't play well when I play him. But when he is played well, he can be impossible to take down. He has a gun shield that can take a full Kraber shot without taking any damage to him. A dome shield that is frustrating and difficult to play if you don't know how to play it, like walking in and out and shooting. And then a powerful airstrike that forces anybody to move in or get out. And just that combination makes him so powerful, and he's become a higher picked and higher win percentage legend since then, that's for sure. At number 4, I have Bloodhound. Bloodhound was actually the first character I really got into when it first came out until I eventually switched to Wraith. Their buffs that they've added to Bloodhound over time have been insane. Bloodhound is a million times better than day one. Bloodhound can help the team find targets, help them track down where they're going, how many people are around you, and the ultimate can be as long as they want, as long as they keep killing. It's also impossible to run from a Bloodhound, which is definitely one of my favorite things about them. Bloodhound's fun. At number 3, I have Watson. Watson has been a staple in competitive play since she came out. She's so high up on the list because she has so much team play. Fences and her ultimate can be helpful in holding down an area when things start to become crazy, and that just leads to more wins. She herself doesn't have a lot of abilities that help her get a bunch of stuff, but it helps the team get to where they want. My friend recently has become a big Watson player, and since then we really have started winning more, and definitely when it comes down to the end game. I suggest always carrying a Watson if you plan on going for the win, that's for sure. At number 2, I have Pathfinder, and yes, I still have Pathfinder at number 2. They have tried so hard to nerf the crap out of him. We've seen his grapple be nerfed in speed, grapple be nerfed in recharge, zipline be nerfed in recharge, but still after all that, he's still one of the best escapes. He's still one of the fastest to get to certain places. He can get to places others can't. He can get the whole team in, out, up, down, any situation that they need, push a fight. Yeah, he's definitely one of the best at pushing fights, and that's why people still play him. And his tactical is pretty good too for knowing where everything's going to be at the end game. But it sounds like eventually all Surveillance Legends may have this, so who knows what the future holds for him. At number 1, I have my girl Wraith. Wraith has always been a top character since the game came out. Her ability to get in and out of fights is huge, whether through phase or portal. There are numerous uses for her ability besides just evading bullets to get out of cover. I believe her only problem is that sometimes you can feel overconfident when playing her, and you can feel like you can get in and out of anything. But once you become really good with her, as you've seen multiple streamers and other people who are gods at the game with this character, can just, that overconfidence just becomes confidence, and you can't put anybody down. So she is definitely number 1. So there it is, my list of Season 5 Legends rankings. This is my personal opinion, again, due to my playstyle and experiences. I play PlayStation, so that's just how it is on my games, at least. Others may disagree and have different reasons for why things are what, but this is just how it is for me. So if you do have some altering opinions, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you change on my list, or if there's any buffs or nerfs you think any of these legends deserve. Well, that's it. So thanks for your time, and see you legends in the games. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button if you did, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Follow me on Twitch to be a part of the fun, and also be sure to follow me on Twitter @KingNaughty7 to keep up with what I'm doing. Thanks again.